I spoke with Holocaust survivors, teachers, and students who say while education surrounding genocides may be painful and emotional, it just might be the key to preventing the next one. Oscar Knobloch was 8 years old when World War II began. By the time he turned 14, Nazis had invaded his town in Krakow, Poland. Knobloch is Jewish. His war had just begun.
They would come regular, once a month. They would take and have deportations. Part of the street in the ghetto would be blocked off with soldiers, with trucks, with dogs, and everybody on that street would disappear. Whether you worked or not, you would grabbed and it would send you to the station and you would end up on a train and you'll be gone forever.
For 2 years, he survived in the Krakow ghetto. He was forced to work, emptying garbage cans into a wagon driven by a Polish farmer, all the while burdened under the weight of German rule.
If you kill one German, the Germans will turn around and kill 100 of you. If you injure one, they kill 50 of you.
Knobloch survived the genocide of 6 million Jews. His father did not. He shares his stories with Arizona students, conducting voluntary lessons in the classroom for 15 years. Now, Knobloch joins others who say it's time for state law.
I want to change the world. Now, how do you change the world? You start with young people's minds.
House Bill 2682 would require the Holocaust and other genocides to be taught at least twice between 7th and 12th grades. Advocates cite a national report that shows knowledge of the Holocaust is waning. A survey conducted by the Claims Conference found that 1 in 5 millennials has not heard of the Holocaust. Deer Valley teacher John David BOWMAN is also working with students to change that.
Homogeneity, I think, is dangerous. And so the idea that kids learn about the positive, the negative of all of these different events in world history, I think is really important.
Whether he is teaching the Holocaust or the Rohingya genocide, BOWMAN tries to spark one action.
The word I use over and over again is empathy. And I think it's very hard to put yourself in someone else's shoes if you don't know anything about their feet.
His students have taken that message to heart, saying empathy could prevent genocides.
So I believe schools have focused a lot more on statistics than a lot of the more personal stories that make the Holocaust the way that it should be portrayed in schools. They'll tell you how many people have died or whatever, but they won't say they won't give you any specifics. So I believe it is important that we learn more about it because the fact that they keep on happening again means that it's still a problem.
If you do make it broader, I think it's going to make you better understand not only the Holocaust, but genocides everywhere.
Knobloch says teachers like BOWMAN are creating what he calls upstanders, people who step in to help, even when that isn't easy.
So what did you do with your hate, they ask me. And that's when I bring out a smile. And I said, I kicked it out of my vocabulary. It does not exist there. I've replaced it with respect, love, and tolerance.
Knobloch is 94 years old. After sharing his story hundreds of times and watching with hope as the genocide education bill makes its way through the legislature, he finally feels comfortable stepping away. His days of Holocaust presentations are at an end. In the studio, Jamie Landers, Cronkite News.